Well, this is the Che Guitar channel. It's going to be an extremely short video on Julian Assange, which I just learned was arrested, I guess, several hours ago. I don't know when he was arrested. I've just learned about this. One of my friends on social media was posting about it. Um, it is a total travesty that he would be taken into custody. They've fabricated charges against this man that he's violating the sanctity of states who the overwhelming majority, if not in their entirety, I can't say in their entirety because I'm familiar with economies like Germany and Britain and the United States and Mexico and Honduras, uh, Venezuela, Argentina. These are countries I've taken some time out to study a little bit. Obviously, bearing the elements of neoliberalism or the wickedness of it. So, the sanctity of these states, as they are divorced from the will of the population, to me, is a disgusting accusation. He's simply a whistleblower. He's not a leaker. He's not some kind of narcissist that's out there roaming around. He is a whistleblower, and he's using his technical expertise, Julian, and many people that we don't know about that are associated with Julian Assange that don't have as much of a public profile, who are also doing incredible work. Julian Assange has decided to dedicate his talents to making lives better for people globally. I mean, he has a love for people, and he's certainly not free of vanity or many of the other flaws that many of us have, including myself. We're all flawed human beings, but I mean, we don't, you know, you don't turn the screws on those flaws just to take somebody out. I mean, not that those flaws have given them any reason to put him in there, but I find it hilarious that some of his detractors even mention it. It's just like, well, who are you? I mean, but yeah, so I mean, I'm totally disgusted by it. I believe that in the United States, if he should ever be extradited to the United States, I leave this to the British people. The British people have to free him now, not tomorrow, not like next week. Although, if you need to organize today, tomorrow, the next day, okay, that's understandable. You can't free him now. But you gotta do something with all possible speed. You can't let this go on. You got to do something about it. And if he ever sets foot on American soil, Americans should take action. People need to organize because this man has sacrificed so much for so many people. Um, he's given us his extraordinary skills. Like, these were skills that he could have lived a multi-million-dollar life. I mean, he was already consulting, I believe, with businesses and organizations prior to his activism. With all of his skills and expertise, he had the ability to just become like a multimillionaire. And, he could have protested in the streets. He could have made himself feel better. He could have lived a safer life. He could have raised his family in a wonderful habitat or, whatever. But he chose the more difficult course. He certainly accrued an amount of fame for it, but he certainly has not accrued the comforts or, maybe the comfortable riches that he could have had. I seriously doubt that. And he always knew, like, in the back of his mind that, something like the embassy scenario could happen, or that he could be assassinated, or something like that. Or the very fact that right now, in our federal government, in our bureaucracy, amongst politicians, there is a bloodlust for this man. A bloodlust. They would lose zero sleep over the murder of this guy. The only reason why they can't do it, perhaps, is because of the concern of public backlash, the laws that are on the books, the ones that they're willing to enforce, or that, they fear that if they trample on that, maybe it goes too far. Might be the only thing that keeps him alive in the short term. Not that that guarantees his long-term life, because there's bloodlust here. And when you have that, well, some people got to start sacrificing some things. It's not just him. You got to start organizing. You got to start doing something about it. You can't just keep typing on social media, posting videos like I'm posting. You got to go out there and you got to organize and you got to get something together. Do not allow this man to be tried by Britain or the United States. Okay? They have no jurisdiction over this man. He belongs to us, the people. Okay? He is a citizen of the world and he should be treated as such. He is not being treated as such. He's being attacked by imperial power. Imperial. The imperial power of Britain, the imperial power of the United States, the whims of some Ecuadorian president, which I'm not familiar with. I don't know the politics behind this whole situation. I see a comment that's published on social media. I'll have to do more research. I'm just disgusted in general. I'm with Julian Assange. I know who I'm with. I know in life, who I want to be with. I meet certain people, I know what they're made of. I know that, I wish that more people were kind of, made with the kind of love that Julian Assange has. You take him with all his flaws. I've watched some videos where I've been mildly uncomfortable with some things that he says. But I've been mildly uncomfortable with a lot of people. And there's people who are mildly comfortable with me. They may even be more than mildly because I have a flamboyant personality or whatever. I just want to be myself, right? Like a lot of us. A lot of people want to be themselves. And checked a lot of honesty in our lives. A great video, I think, for people to watch, and I really got to get off here. I just got on here temporarily. I'm just I was totally floored that Assange got arrested. A video, it's from 1973. Oh, what's his name? Played The Godfather. That guy. Why is his name escaping me? The Godfather guy. Marlon Brando. I was just watching a movie of his. See, I'm not very good in public. Marlon Brando, how do you forget that name? But anyways, he's got a movie called Burn that was made in 1969. You want to talk about an extraordinary movie. Now, if you show it to young people, they'll literally start falling asleep. So, but I think it's a great ideas for young people to deal with, and even adults. If I was 70 years old, I'd be recommending it to myself or other people. But if you show it to other people, you should, because of the new technology and people's short attention spans, kind of break it up piecemeal and kind of give the narrative and show them the more exciting clips, and then give them the option to watch the whole movie in their free time. A link, because I believe the movie's free on YouTube. You can watch it at your leisure. It's called Burn. B-U-R-N ! Great movie. And then there's a short video clip in light of this Assange scenario, an aspect of it, by Marlon Brando from 1973 on the Clavette show, I believe. In 1973, it's on Acting for Survival. So if you do Marlon Brando Acting for Survival 1973, it talks about our performances in daily life. Well, maybe when we see Assange get arrested, if he should come to the United States, maybe the acting stops Maybe you start becoming an authentic human being. Consequences, B, can't say it. Can't say it on YouTube. See, you can't even be your full self on YouTube. You can't. Like, it's a little restrictive. All right, getting off here. Man, Assange, I tell you, buddy. Oh, if you come to United, man, I love you, Assange. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about all this.